How this simple food plan gave me my life back. My life changed after getting older and having children. I managed to stay fit and healthy when I was younger. In college, I loved nothing more than wearing a bikini and going to the beach with my friends. I still remember all the guys looking my way. Even though I acted like it bothered me, I can admit now getting all that extra attention felt really good. I never imagined that as I got older, I would miss the good old days of guys hitting on me. But, there I was. My marriage lacked the fire it once had. I stopped being intimate with my husband. He thought that I wasn't attracted to him anymore. But really, I felt so fat and ugly that the thought of him seeing me naked made me sick. I knew if he saw just how bad I looked now he would be disgusted and file for a divorce right away. I was running out of time to get back the body I used to have. One day I was feeling really down on myself after reading an article that basically said my height and weight meant I was morbidly obese. My husband was sitting at the kitchen table, so I asked him a simple question, one that I now regret. "Mark, this website says I'm really fat. Do you think of me that way?" He stumbled over his words, trying his best not to hurt my feelings. After he mustered up the courage to say, "No, I think you're just a little bigger than you used to be," my younger son walked by. "But Mom, you are fat." My husband laughed harder than I'd seen him laugh in 10 years. It took all I had not to burst into tears. And my son kept on walking to his room. I knew right then and there I had to do something. My husband may be a nice man, but he didn't deserve the woman I was becoming. Not just my weight, but my attitude, my health, my mindset. Everything was falling apart. And it wasn't because I wasn't trying my best. I did every diet you could imagine. From grapefruits to starvation, Atkins, paleo, Weight Watchers. But the only weight I ever watched was mine going up. Sure, I'd lose some weight for a little while. Only to eventually watch in horror as I gained it all back and then some. I was so tired of the roller coaster I truly felt like I was doomed to a life of being overweight. My health was faltering. It was one thing to be upset about the rolls hanging off my belly or the love handles that made every top look terrible or the way my thighs made my jeans appear to be holding back Hoover's dam. It was more than that. As my weight crept up over the years, so had my blood pressure and cholesterol. Doctor visits turned into scolding sessions about how my weight was the cause of everything wrong with me, even a headache. And going through menopause with severe obesity was not something I wanted to do. And that's when I got serious and started looking for answers. I spoke to a good friend of mine who had lost weight following a program she found on the internet. I've always been skeptical about things I see online. They always seem to say one thing then give you something else. But my friend swore by this program and told me all about it. It worked for her, she said, because she was able to customize the food plan and she didn't really have to exercise at all. She had me hooked when she said no exercise. At my age my body is just so worn out I don't have the energy or stamina to go to the gym with a bunch of young girls making me look like a fool. So my friend told me more about this simple, customized plan. She explained the idea of switching our body's fuel. Women especially deal with this. Our bodies are basically running on sugar or glucose all day long. This is why we crave chocolate and sugary drinks all the time. But there's a better fuel for us. One that runs off fat. If you can get your body to burn fat for energy, that's the real trick to losing weight effortlessly. In fact, once you switch to fat burning mode, you don't even want to exercise. I was blown away with everything I was hearing. The easy way to get into fat burning mode, she said, was to eat certain foods while staying away from a few foods that are bad for you anyway. She went on to explain a bunch of science stuff, but I tuned out at that point. Lol. I just wanted to try it for myself and see what happens. Doesn't it stand to reason it could work for me too? After all, this wasn't where I planned to be at my age. I was always the skinny chick. All my friends told me how jealous they were of my hourglass figure. Now, my hourglass had broken and I looked more like a busted open tube of biscuits. I sat at home because I didn't want to be seen like this by old friends. I even skipped my high school